Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Tetris Talk. It's been about a month, and so it's time for me to revisit this series and talk a little bit about some updates, milestones, and generally I answer questions during this section as well. However, referring back to last month's video, I don't have any questions to go over. If you do have anything that you want me to address more directly, feel free to leave that in the comments of this month's video, and I will be sure to double back here and check what that looks like to give you a more direct answer in this next video this upcoming month. So the question section of this may also at some point be opened up to my Twitter as well. So if you have any points of concern there, you can go ahead and give me a follow. The link to both my Twitter and my Twitch are in the description of every video that I upload, so that'll give you a good indication of where you can find me there. Speaking of Twitch, one of the things that I did want to address right off the top here is this past Saturday you saw that there is a video of the new game Any Percent Friendly world record that I broke. It's been almost 2 years since that top time had been attempted, and I was able to shave a couple of minutes off of the previous time, which was a really awesome feat, and that actually took place live on my Twitch channel. So if you want to catch those type of speedruns or other gaming live streams that I do, that would be an excellent area for you to check out, as there will be, there's definitely going to be at least one other speedrun that I'll do over there, because I need to pursue that Any Percent Mighty category, and there will be potentially other attempts going forward, as I want to see how low I can push the New Game Plus time as well, since I'm doing very well with the strategies that I've used, and I've made a bunch of innovations that should really help us shave additional time off of that record attempt. So keep an eye out for those in the next couple of months. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do anything on Twitch over the next couple of weeks, because I will be very, very busy with a community theater project that I am involved with, but it opens this weekend and runs through the end of the next weekend. So after that, I will have a little bit more free time where I can reevaluate my streaming schedule and hopefully get something to work in that regard. Speaking of other Twitch events, I did mention in last week's video that I had submitted to participate in the Summer Games Done Quick event, which at the time of that recording did not have a released or a confirmed schedule. And at this point in time, I can confirm that I will not be participating in that event. The run that I had submitted to do was just not deemed as something that they were willing to run on their platform. It's probably more due to the fact that Ultimate Alliance 3 isn't one of the most speedrun games in the running, and they try to target and feature some of those more relevant higher octane games. So maybe sometime down the road I'll be speedrunning a different type of game that will be more closely considered for a Games Done Quick type event. However, this year would have been very nice to participate in, due to the fact that it does allow you to run that from a setting at home rather than being physically present. So there may come a time where I'm able to participate in a Games Done Quick event, but we'll just kind of have to see what the future brings with work and the future of the channel and other things of that nature. So those are the two really big things that have happened as of recent. But the other thing, which is pretty exciting news actually, is the fact that we do have an official release date for the 1.17 version of Minecraft, which I'm very excited about, because there's a lot of new awesome features that'll be added there, including a concept farm that I made a couple months back that has received quite a bit of love here on the channel, that will now be able to be implemented in the base game. And that is this upcoming Tuesday, so a week from today, we will have the 1.17 version available for us to play. And that does raise the question of what does that mean for the SMP group that I had been doing towards the beginning of the year. And the SMP group that I have, we're still going to take a hiatus from the standard version of the game, or from a more vanilla type setting, but that same group is, I'm currently playing around with a couple of ideas for getting a modded series running, and that should hopefully be up and going later on this month, so keep your eyes open for those probably Monday or Thursday uploads, as those will be the days that I will do videos for that series in particular. Though Thursdays I do anticipate keeping with the Minecraft Origins type videos that I've been doing. I'm having a lot of fun with that series, by the way. Just those interesting subclass perks that are added to the vanilla playstyles, it just really livens up a new prospect of the game that I don't feel like a lot of people consider or give any credence to. So that'll be really fun to continue doing, and to play in a modded environment with a group that I've had a lot of fun with previously. It's just a lot of the excitement that was built around the Caves and Cliffs update was, of course, having the caves and cliffs available to us, and the sad aspect of that is where they're continuing to work out kinks in the world generation. We're not going to see the full implementation of those revamped caves, and especially the mountains, which we haven't really seen a whole lot other than the bedrock betas that have come out. We won't be seeing that until the full release later this year in the holiday, so around that time you can certainly expect to see the SMP group really kick up back off in that vanilla type setting as well, which will be a really fun experience to participate in once again with them, and we'll likely be bringing on more people into that type of an environment. I do have a couple of other ideas for those type of Minecraft server type events that I would like to run further on down the road, but we'll just kind of have to see where things end up, whether that's a eventually gets to being a channel Patreon type perk, or if there's a different type of environment where another type of server can be started up in that regard. We'll just kind of have to keep an eye open on what the general interest is, and what I'm able to invest time and resources into, really. One brief update that I do have regarding the parody song that I released back in November. I know I'd given an initial update on that about a month after the fact, or just after the first of the year, but I will need to make a professional consultation on that, and I'm just trying to determine whether or not it's worth my time and my money, really, because those consultations are at the point where it's not something that is going to be cheap for me. So I'm going to have to contact a lawyer and actually have a sit down with them to determine whether or not I can file to have that video reinstated, and what route I should take going forward with those types of projects, which is really kind of sad because I have a lot of fun with those projects, but I can't put the channel at jeopardy, especially if I want to keep doing this type of project or this type of work long term. I've worked too hard over the past almost 2 years at this point, so it just is not worth me taking that risk to potentially have everything that I've built up over the last little while torn down in overnight. So we'll just kind of keep our eyes on that, though I'm playing around with the idea of maybe releasing every now and again some music of my own that I've worked on with some friends and partners, both those over at the New Y, who've helped me out with the parody projects that I've done, as well as other collaborators that I'm currently working with. But we'll see whether or not that is something that I would like to do and would be of benefit to any of my audience, that being you. So let me know if you're interested in seeing those types of things coming around to the channel as well, and we'll just kind of have to see, or if I should potentially look into a different route of how I distribute that type of content. I'm thinking that if I can pick up some traction on TikTok, which I'm playing around with a couple of ideas of things that I can do to provide more consistent content over on that platform as well. If I can have some decent success there, we should be able to hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone before that 2-year anniversary. It's going to be cutting it pretty close, as I'm currently growing about 50 subscribers a month, and we're just under 2 months away from that time frame. So by the end of this month, I, according to the track record, should be right at about 900, but I would need to have an increase in that between now and then to see if that's even something that's worth happening. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed and see if that pans out for us. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you've made it this far into the video, thanks for expressing your interest, and I hope that I've earned your subscription by this candid conversation that I like to have about once every month. And if you did enjoy today's video, make sure that you hit that like. Don't forget to check out my Twitch and my Twitter. Again, those are down in the description. And if you have any questions that you would like me to answer or address going into this series next month, be sure to leave those down in the comments below. So with all that being said, thanks for lending me your ear and for letting me take some of your time. And I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.